So Mike, how are you enjoying the guest fighter experience so far here in Poland?
Pretty cool, man. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm honored to get this jersey from the pro soccer team around here. Last year, Gdansk. I'm not sure if I say it correctly, but just went and met some of the pro players, and they gave me this jersey, got my win number on the back and my name on it. So I was really honored to get that, man, just for them being fans of me and appreciating what I do.
You're looking in pretty decent shape, considering it isn't your fight week. If one of the main eventers falls through between now and the main event, are you ready to go?
And that'd be a dream come true, man. I'm always ready to fight. Short notice, anytime, anywhere, any place, anyone. I know I always say that, but that's just the way I live my life, and I'm always in great shape. I'm always training hard. I'm always ready for anything. I would love to fight this weekend, but we'll see.
The next fight you've actually got on the docket is Ponzinibbio, which on paper looks like it's going to be a barnstormer of a fight. What do you make of him, and how much are you looking forward to throwing down with someone who's up there in the rankings?
Well, first of all, moving up in the rankings, I mean, it's just a dream come true again, man, because I came in fast and hard and trying to knock everybody out. I think they see that and appreciate that and respect the way I fight, why I fight, how I fight, and fighting Ponzinibbio, I see another game opponent, and to have someone of a high caliber like that, you know, I'm always looking for someone who can stand there and trade shots with me, who can take one or two of mine. You know, I had a good fight in front of the English fans, the European fans out here in Manchester against Danny Roberts, and they loved that fight. He was able to take it and return it. So I'm looking for another fight like that, man, another scrap. And but I really just don't see him. I don't see him maintaining for very long and being able to take my shots because of his style. I think matches up very well with mine, and I'm going to hit him with some counter punches that are probably going to lay him down, put him to sleep.
Obviously, after your last fight, you called out Robbie Lawler. Are you disappointed that you didn't get that fight?
Man, I'll tell you what, I thought I was going to be co-main event on that card that he's fighting Rafael dos Anjos. I can't say I'm disappointed because I am getting a top 10 fight like I asked. Just a different opponent, a different name. Maybe I won't get as many fans as if I would have knocked out Robbie Lawler, but that's all coming in time. I'm just going to keep pushing towards my goal to be the best in the world. And when I get there, if I still don't have any fans, I should have a bunch of haters who want to pay to watch me lose, but I'm going to keep disappointing them.
The only loss you've been talking about, was this the learning experience like some fighters are talking about?
Yeah, when I took that little loss, that little 15-minute track meet, you know, that was just 15 minutes. Someone survived with me, finally. After 12 fights, 11 fights, somebody finally survived 15 minutes. I don't fight. My style is not to win rounds. I do not try to win a decision. I don't try to win by points. I don't care how bad I'm losing, how far I'm behind. I'm a couple shots away from ending the fight and going home victorious. I don't feel it when they hit me, and you know, I like to roll with the punches. So throw more. The more the merrier. The more punches that you throwing at me, the better my chances are of knocking you out. So I definitely did learn from the one little loss that I took, and I think twice now I've come forward in stride, and I'm just going to continue to shock the world, man.
Is there any animosity between you and the main event, Darren Till, because I saw some words exchange?
I have yet to meet him. If he wants to be upset, I don't know. He said he likes me. I think he likes my fighting style. He says he wants to be the greatest fighter that ever lived. And he wants to call me out because he knows a real fighter when he sees one. Hope he does good this weekend. Maybe we're looking at a future matchup. I know I'm going to keep doing well. We'll see if he can handle the Cowboy this weekend, and if he does, we'll see if after Ponzinibbio if they want to feed him to me. I'm sure they don't want him to lose that O just yet, though. But I'm looking forward to watching him and the Cowboy go at it this weekend.
Who do you think's going to
Saturday?
Cowboy's tough. He's got tenacity and grit. He gets in there and he tries to make sure you feel him before he leaves. He's a little bit older, but he's always down to fight. Don't know what injuries he has. If he gets hit in the body, is he going to be able to take it? I know Darren Till's going to hit him with some kicks. Cowboy likes to kick too, but Till's a little taller than Cowboy's been fighting. I mean, really, if he cut the weight, he's a 155er, isn't he? So I don't know how big he is. And like I said, I haven't seen Till in person yet, so I don't know how big he is either. Not saying that size matters, but you're talking about two rangy kickboxers in the middle of the octagon. Depends on how they move. If they stand in the middle and fight, that's Cowboy game. I think Cowboy's gonna take him down, man, and try to drag it out, or Till will get the finish. We'll see. I guess my winner pick would be Cowboy.
And you mentioned the call out of Robbie Lawler a bit earlier. You're getting plenty of notoriety online ever since you made your debut. People are now making tribute videos for you. Talk to us about the one that came out just a week or so ago, and your reaction when you first saw it.
Yeah, there's a little video on YouTube. Somebody made a song about my call out with Robbie Lawler and that one little weigh-in where I screeched. I screeched like that because, man, I put a lot of effort into cutting that weight, and I knew that I was about to go eat, so I was really happy. But if you haven't heard the song, it's pretty silly. All my friends and fans are fans of the song. They think it's hilarious, and I'm the only one who's skeptical when I hear myself or my Savage Moments video on YouTube, and I'm just like, man, I listen to myself and I'm like, man, of course I try to say things that will get people's attention, and I also try to be myself as much as I can. So sometimes I listen to things I say and I'm like, oh man, why did I say that? But other people love it and they think it's hilarious. So I'm really just trying to have a good time, and no matter how much fun I'm having, no matter how big the smile on my face is, I'm still the most aggressive dude in the UFC, and I just love to fight. That's what I'm here for. The Robbie Lawler card. If Robbie Lawler beats Dos Anjos, maybe we can make that Robbie Lawler fight happen, even though Dana White said that that's the title contention fight. If he doesn't beat Dos Anjos, I would love to fight Dos Anjos because I think he's a 155er that came up here and got a couple easy fights, and he worked his way all the way up to that belt. But I'm not a hater by any means. So he's doing his thing. That's good for him. Anybody who comes across my path is not going to do their thing, not the way they want to do it. It's going to be my night every time.
Who do you think's going to win between Dos Anjos and Robbie Lawler, in your opinion?
Robbie's a scrapper. He had a tough fight with Cowboy that some people thought maybe Cowboy won. I know Dos Anjos is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's very good on the ground. I mean, Neil Magny was good on the ground, and he just crushed him with pressure. I think if Dos Anjos tries to fight Robbie Lawler, Robbie should get the KO. He should get the TKO stoppage. But if Dos Anjos comes out with a smart game plan, he'd take Robbie Lawler to the ground and beat him up down there and probably get the win. Neither one of them would beat the champ, Tyron Woodley. So I think there's a waste of time for it to be a title contention fight. I think that they should be looking at the winner of me and Santiago fighting the winner of that one.
All right, and I know you've got a fight coming up against Santiago, but obviously Tyron Woodley's a champion, and you've mentioned before that I think you've got a fairly good relationship with him. So have you, obviously, I know you're watching him, so how do you feel you'll match up against the champ, Tyron Woodley?
He's a better wrestler than I am, but if I stop him and put him in that clinch and hit him with these knees and elbows, I mean, I do what I do, man. I knock people out, I put them to sleep, and it doesn't matter who's standing in front of me. It could be my friend. We getting paid to to win, so I'm gonna win. I'm gonna be the winner for every time you guys see me from here on out. I'm gonna win.
And just to get some predictions from you as well, we've obviously got some really big fights coming up. What are your thoughts on GSP versus Bisping? Who do you think will win that fight?
That's an interesting fight. It really is. But I like what GSP said. Water is wet, fire burns, and he's going to beat Michael Bisping. I think his ground game is too good. Michael Bisping has a lot of heart and grit and tenacity, and he never gives up. But he's more of a kickboxer, and GSP only fights smart. That's how he always did it. I assume that's why he's willing to come back, because he's using his brain. So he's probably going to take him down, control him on top. If he doesn't get the sub, you know, I watched him do that to somebody named Dan Hardy, and he just could not tap that guy out, man. Toughest, I swear, I couldn't believe it when that fight happened. So I just think we'll see GSP on top of Michael Bisping for a few rounds, and if he doesn't get the submission, he'll probably win the decision.
And we've got another fight. It's not been booked yet, but it looks like it's going to happen. Cyborg versus Holly Holm. Just your prediction and your thoughts on that fight.
I hope that fight does happen. That's a pretty awesome fight, man. Holly Holm, props to her for being woman enough to step up to that other woman who a lot of women are afraid of. I'm sure some men are afraid of Cyborg. So I would love to see that fight. I think her kickboxing could prevail if she can stop the takedown, but she fought Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate was very smart and patient. She used her fundamentals in the kickboxing, closed the distance, took her down, and finished the fight. We all know Cyborg's very powerful, very dangerous. So it would definitely be an interesting fighter that I would like to see.
And obviously you're still young at the moment, so would you see yourself ever going to like the middleweight division, or is it just a case where the welterweight division is somewhere that you're going to stay for the rest of your career?
I can see that happening. I'm probably 186 pounds right now. If Gegard Mousasi loses his opponent this weekend, maybe I'll step up. I think Gegard's on this card. No,
he's signed to Bellator now.
Oh, I thought I seen. Excuse me. I thought I seen something about Gegard fighting at 185, but
he's fighting tonight. But yeah,
oh,
different
okay.
promotion. Yeah.
I thought it was
tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
I thought it was UFC. I must have missed that. Who knows? One day I could definitely step up to 185, but I think where I need to stay in my career right now is on the track that I'm going. I need to take the 170-pound belt, and that will open a lot of opportunities for me to make more money, gain more fans, and then maybe, you know, I want to be the double champ. I want to be the champ, 170 and 185. Be the first ever at those two weight classes. I train with 85ers. We just got Jacare Souza at my camp back in Orlando, Florida. Alex Nicholson, I mean, he's fighting heavyweight. He's 5-0 at heavyweight. So I train and spar with anybody as long as they're, you know, good for me and my work and what I'm doing and how I'm learning. But I'll fight anybody on this planet, man.
Mike, you're still relatively early into your UFC career at this point, and I've noticed you've gone from in your first couple of fights, you were kind of calling out names perhaps who were bigger than yourself, but now people are calling you out. So you must be happy with your trajectory so far in your career in the UFC.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when they're all calling me out now, because at first I'm like, what are you guys, crazy? You see what I'm doing? But I know that they're all fighters, and they're probably as real as I am, and they're here to fight the best. And like I said, Darren Till called me out. He's undefeated, and he sees somebody who's good and wants to fight them. And I respect someone who sees someone who's dangerous and wants to fight them. But it's not going to change the fact that I'm going to win that night. So, you know, it feels good that a lot of people know my name. I'm getting the respect that I came here for. I'm going to keep earning it. I'm going to get more and more of it. And, you know, as I become better in this and higher up in the world and I get paid more, and each time all you guys, all the UFC staff, everybody's so kind, I can't help but be humbled and be nice. And, you know, I'm just happy, man.
One of the fighters